So recently there was an article posted on Forbes website titled, "Tesla has the highest accident rate of any auto brand." I didn't think it could be true. So after Googling it, I found this article. Tesla drivers have highest accident rate despite Autopilot claims. So who's lying? And this one. Tesla drivers have the highest crash ratings of any brand. Study. Guys, I was shocked. No pun intended. I mean, this is the car company that made a car that is literally impossible to roll over and promises that Autopilot is the safest driver on the road, suggesting that on average with it on, it goes 4.8 million miles before an accident, while a Tesla without Autopilot goes 1.4 mil. Yet the average US driver goes 652,000 on average before an accident. Yet somehow, some way, it led all automakers with 23.54 crashes per 1,000 drivers in the past year. Guys, something just wasn't adding up. So I hopped on Reddit and came across this awesome post by Nakatomi 2010. And come here. All I can say is don't believe everything that you read on the internet. Now, I want to take you through their findings and mine, and then break it all down for you at the end. Guys, this is it, your last chance. This Bayside Blue GTR giveaway ends in just hours, and once it's gone, it is gone forever. Click the link, grab a shirt, grab a slap, or a quick entry pack, and you're gonna get 250x multiplier, the biggest we've ever offered. And right now, the odds are the best that they've ever been, and the shot at winning has never been higher. Don't let it slip, get entered today, and good skill.
Ideal Collective. Shop, buy, win.
Okay, so here we are on the Forbes article, and it's Tesla has the highest accident rate of any auto brand. Now, one of the first things that stuck out to both of us was actually some of the language used. If you take a look at this paragraph right here, Tesla, the electronic car manufacturer, this whole sentence just doesn't feel like an actual writer wrote it. Tesla, the electronic car manufacturer, is the world's most valuable automotive company. It is led by Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. He has long envisioned cars that are full self-driving and has been pushing the envelope on this technology. There's just something there that doesn't feel like somebody that knows a lot about Teslas and electronic vehicles. Well, electronic vehicles? Electronic car manufacturers. Interesting, to say the least. So, who's the guy that wrote it? Well, if we go back to the top, it is Steve Banker. Let's click in here and see who he is. Now, he says he's the vice president of supply chain services at ARC Advisory Group, a leading industry analyst and technology consulting company. Yada, yada, yada. Well, then what is ARC Advisory Group? Well, there he is on ARC Advisory Group. And if we click in here, okay, guys, here's a partial list of actual clients for ARC Advisory Group. And real quick, right off the bat, you see BP, Chevron, ExxonMobil, you see Shell, Suncor Energy, and many, many more. Now, these are big oil and big energy companies. And you got to think about it. The people that write these types of articles, they don't care about the car accidents. They don't care about the brands. All they care about, well, really is money. And there's always an agenda, and it's usually money driven. So think about it. Writing this article stirred up a ton of conversation, and it got posted on multiple other sites. I mean, heck, I'm even doing a video on it now. But the thing is do you think that the Tesla stock is going to go up or go down if it has the most accidents of any manufacturer? Okay, so let's keep digging. So if we jump back to the Tesla article on Forbes, the very first sentence says that, well, Tesla drivers are the most accident prone according to LendingTree analysis of 30 car brands. Well, what's this all about? Let's check out that article. And as you can see, Ram, Tesla, and Subaru have the worst drivers, while BMW drivers have the highest DUI rates. Now, if we take a look at the key findings, it says that Tesla drivers have the highest accident rate. From November 14, 2022 through November 14, 2023, Tesla drivers had 23.54 accidents per 1,000 drivers. Ram had 22.76 and Subaru at 20.9. So where did LendingTree actually get their data? Well, in the second paragraph, it says, our latest analysis uses Quote Wizard by LendingTree insurance quote data to determine which car brands have the worst drivers. Now, the thing that really is sus here is insurance quote data. So what that means is that they're taking in quote data, and then they're saying how many accidents you previously had based on what you fill out. So what is Quote Wizard? Well, Quote Wizard, as we can see, is pretty much just an aggregate or a broker where you fill out a bunch of questions and then it sends off all that data to different insurance companies, and then you get a free quote in minutes. Now, let's fill out a couple of things here because I think this is where everything gets a bit skewed. And I'm going to take you through a couple of steps. First is let's insure a Tesla. So we'll go down to Tesla and then we'll do a Model Y because it's the #1 selling vehicle in the US. So I filled out 82% of this questionnaire and it asks if you've had any driving incidents in the last 3 years. Now remember, I'm getting an insurance quote on a Tesla Model Y. So this is grouped to that Tesla Model Y. I'm going to click yes. Has anyone on this policy had at-fault accidents in the past 3 years? Yes. 2 or more tickets? Yes. DUI? No. Continue. Now, remember that article where it said insurance quotes data? Exactly. When you're submitting this, that's what Quote Wizard is taking, is they're taking this data that you have 2+ accidents and you have at-fault accidents and now running it against that Tesla Model Y that you're getting an insurance quote for. So you probably actually didn't get an accident in that Tesla Model Y. And yet with this data, it's saying that you had 3 at least. So let's go back to that LendingTree article and look at a couple more things that really are kind of suspicious. First, if we click on the right-hand side, Tesla drivers have the highest accident rate. Well, yes and no. It's according to that insurance questionnaire data. But let's think about this for a second. How much does Tesla car insurance actually cost? Well, for full coverage car insurance for a 2022 Tesla, it costs an average of $3,007 per year or $251 per month. Now, this makes Tesla auto insurance premiums approximately 50% pricier than the average vehicle with a full coverage policy. Think about that. They're already 1.5 times more expensive than a regular car's policy. So if you actually get one and you have accidents previously, or you do get into an accident, you're going to want to shop around because rates could vary drastically. So it makes sense that more Tesla owners would go to Quote Wizard and get a free quote because they have more to lose or essentially gain if they're able to save money. And so it makes a lot more sense that, well, accidents per 1,000 drivers by brand for insurance quotes, Tesla's #1 because you have the most to gain. Then the Ram, then the Subaru, Mazda. And if you keep going down to see who has the least accidents, well, according to this article, it says that Pontiac, Mercury, and Saturn drivers are the safest. Now, when's the last time you saw any of those brands on the road? Heck, they don't even make them anymore. So they're all old, they're all really cheap. And when you have something super old and cheap, if something happens to it, are you really going to shop around for other insurance quotes? Probably not. And that's exactly why they have the least amount of inquiries on Quote Wizard, because people don't really have any reason to save any money because you're not really going to anyway. The juice just isn't worth the squeeze. So now let's go down to the methodology of this LendingTree article, and I think things are about to get a lot clearer. So they supposedly analyzed tens of millions of Quote Wizard by LendingTree insurance quotes for a full year, and they examined the 30 brands with the highest number of quotes. And it all kind of boils down to this. Correlation doesn't necessarily mean causation. Let me explain. Correlation is where 2 or more variables look like they have some sort of relationship with each other. For example, there might be a correlation between ice cream sales and people swimming at the beach. As ice cream sales increase, well, number of swimmers at the beach increase as well. Now, secondly, there's causation. This is a cause and effect relationship, and it implies that one event is the result of the occurrence of another one. For example, if you flip a switch on a light, the light bulb turns on. The light switch is the cause, and the light turning on is the effect. So to round out the data that was used in this article, just because there were more inquiries for quotes for Teslas doesn't necessarily mean that they got in the most accidents. Remember, when you fill out that wizard and it asks you if you are in an accident, well, yeah, if you say you were, could have been with a previous car, although it's going to be attached to the quote for that Tesla. And guys, being an automotive journalist, sometimes, well, we just get it wrong, but sometimes we do it for the clicks. And sometimes, well, people are just kind of anti-Tesla. So guys, we're all just humans and we all make mistakes, but what do you think about this article and, well, getting the press that it got and the publicity that it got? Because I think everybody's been talking about it recently, and it's unfortunate that, well, the data might not be true, or is it skewed? Let us know in the comments below what you guys think. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell, and check out this Ideal vid up here, or whatever YouTube recommends you watch next down here. I'm Brad, this is Ideal, and promise me one thing: keep living the ideal lifestyle.